understands the severity of what we're talking about here, and he protects himself. I watched Jeff Saturday on Get Up this morning, and you've never been more right, Sergeant Friday. You've never been more right. These aren't those cats you were going against in college. Yeah. This ain't some rec league. At some point in time, your talent, all of these guys aspire to be in the NFL, and then you get to the NFL and you want to forget what this league is and what it meant to you and why it was so important to you to get to this level, because this is the creme de la creme. This is the elite. These are men out here, not boys, okay? And the fact of the matter is that to subject yourself to unnecessary violence, it's not a smart thing for a quarterback to do. It's just that simple. First drive of the game, Harold Landry put a blow on him, okay? Yep. He held on to the ball too long, and instead of throwing it away, he got popped. We saw what Christian Ellis did to him, when he was scampering down the right sideline. That was a vicious hit, but totally legal. Totally legal, okay? Yeah. You can't subject yourself to that. You're the face of the franchise. You're that important. And most importantly, as Dominique Foxworth said on the same segment that you were on with him, Jeff Saturday, you got other people's futures in your hands, not just your own. Other players that depend on your level of production, and coaches. You got to think about everybody, not just yourself. You have to stay in play. And to subject yourself to unnecessary punishment is stupid, especially when you're somebody who's already missed games because you've been concussed on multiple occasions this year. Multiple. It's just not smart. Yeah. And somebody has to tell him. Again, you're not telling it to him to insult him, because Jaxson Dart is a hell of a player, has tremendous potential. I know I'm rooting for him the whole bit. Everybody is. But you're saying words like stupid and idiotic because we're trying to save you from yourself. He will not last long in this league if he continues to take shots and subject himself to taking the kind of shots we saw him take last night. He will not last.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to add, because it's well said, and this is not a toughness issue. I believe Jaxson Dart is a very tough football player, and I love his moxie. I love his attitude. All of those things were the reason the Giants drafted him where they did, and I know Dayball had great plans for this guy. But I think he needs to realize, right, this is not college anymore. The difference between college and the NFL are them dudes on defense. You see that? You see the way Chris Canty looks? All 6'7" plus of him and 330 of him that runs a 4.7. That dude hitting you is different than what you faced in college. You probably faced two guys that looked like him in college. I'm dead honest. When you got to the league, the first thing I realized was, oh my God, like the linebacker speed, the safety speed, the defensive line speed. It is insanity. These dudes close out so much faster. And what Jaxson Dart, I want him to understand is it's not about this season. It's 10 years, 15 years. Like, you are the franchise. You are the New York Giants franchise quarterback. Everything they're going to build around you. Malik Neighbors' career is tied to you. Scatterboo's tied to you. Offensive line is tied to you. Tight end. Everyone is tied to you and your ability to be on the field. What I don't need, okay, we're in the NFC Championship game. We got to go to the Super Bowl. It's 2nd and 13, and you want to stretch it out, go stretch it out. When we have no chance, or it's not that vital at that point in the game, do not do that. At some point, you have to understand availability at that position is the biggest part of your job. You got to be available for us. We can't do it without you. We can't go find another guy. We can go buy 1 or 2 games, but at the end of the day, all of us are tied to you. And I think the idea of being tough at quarterback, you're going to get hit plenty, man. Like, that's just the nature of our game. Don't bring on unnecessary hits. And it started like holding the ball for like 4 seconds and running pocket, and then Landry hits you, right? Like, throw it away. Live to play the next down. Tom Moore, our offensive coordinator with Indy, he was with the Steelers for a number of years when they won all the Super Bowls with Bradshaw, and then Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. He would look at Peyton Manning and be like, there's got to be a clock in your head. And at some point, the play is dead. We don't want you dead. Get rid of it, and let's move on. I think that's what Jaxson Dart's got to put into his arsenal. Throw it away and live to play the next play.
It's hard to coach that out of him, because you'll get plays like the 2-point conversion at the beginning of the fourth quarter where he scrambles around, throws it to Darius Slayton. It actually works out.
Right.
And that's his proof of concept, reinforcing a bad habit.
That's right.
But the reality of the NFL is you can't play quarterback like a crash dummy.
That's exactly right.
And that's what we're seeing seeing from Jaxson Dart, but I think that's a symptom of a bigger issue because we're not the first ones that are saying this.
Yeah.
There have been people in that building that have been trying to coach this out of him. I'm sure there have been players that have tried to communicate to him.
Right.
It's not getting through.
Yeah.
Just like what we're seeing with Abdul Carter and them trying to discipline him in the measures that interim head coach Mike Kafka taken, not getting through to him. Had to sit him the entire first quarter.
That's
the
crazy.
second time that's happened in the last month.
Games.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is there's nobody on the coaching staff that can message to the top 2 draft picks.
Right.
There's nobody in the locker room that can message to the top 2 draft
That's a
picks
great point.
effectively.
That's a great
There is a leadership void at 1925 Drive, and it just highlights the importance of them being able to get this next coaching hire right.
Right.
It's a shame that the New York Giants are in such a disarray, but it shows you, based on the product that we saw on the field last night, with the special team gaffes.
Oh.
Tell me the last time you saw a field goal kicker miss a kick without touching the ball.
Right.
Oh my God.
Tell me the last time.
Yeah.
Did you mention the field goal kicker? Did you mention the field goal? Where's that highlight? Where's that highlight? Oh my God! Talking about it doesn't do it justice.
Oh.
It's not a highlight. Oh my Lord! Oh my goodness! Oh my Lord! Look at that! Right there!
This is so terrible.
Oh my!
Brutal.
Young Wade need to be on his way out.
Whoa.
Young Wade need to be on
Now,
his
you
way
guys
out.
talk about how bad the ground is.
But Shay, and
I don't know
Shay,
Hey,
what's
don't
going
leave
on.
out. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. That was our game. That was our game. There we go. There's Jaxson Dart. Like, oh my God. I've never seen that in all my years of watching football. That was just embarrassing. That doesn't get any worse. I mean, that was Jimmy Johnson. Somebody he might have been without a job last night. The minute the bell, the minute the final buzzer sounded. I mean, that's bad. That's very, very bad, embarrassing, but hilarious too. Hilarious, but it's funny as hell. Oh, you're gonna see that highlight.
I mean, our pain is Stephen A's entertainment, I guess. But as somebody that's got blood in the ground over there,
Yes.
I'm just saying, the special teams gaffe, the punt return, the fumble on the kickoff before halftime. I mean, all of these things
All of it.
are an indictment.
Big play right
they're an
afterwards.
indictment
Back.
on the coaching. They're an indictment on the leadership. Last night, the Patriots hung 30 on the New York Giants in the first half. It's the first time it's happened since 2009.
Yeah.
I was on the damn team the last time that happened. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like that's how far this franchise has fallen, and it just shows you the importance of being able to nail this hire, because if you get it right, there's a chance that the 2026 Giants could be that version, next year's version of the current New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. First of all, it's an indictment against the former coach, Brian Dable, who I got love for. It was a coach of the year. So we're not saying that he can't coach, but clearly he wasn't doing the job. Because when you see stuff collectively that bad, that doesn't happen just because the coach left, because the fundamentals that you were being taught and was being emphasized, that stays with you even a few weeks after he's gone. So the fact that that's happening, that's definitely on him to some degree, not just on Kafka. That's number one. Number two, let's not forget Joe Shane. I call him Joe Shane, because of how he acted with Saquon Barkley, that soft knocks episode and stuff like that. That's what I call it, soft knocks, okay? Let's not forget the GM. Yeah, you've accumulated some talent, but you also accumulated those coaches, you assembled those coaches, and you assembled some of those other players. And we'll get into Abdul Carter a little bit later on into the show, because I got some things to say about him. Number three, Jeff Saturday, I want to say this. Chris Canty is so big. Every time I'm in studio with him, I'm going like this. Thank God he loves me. Thank God.
For real.
Thank God. That's it.
For
That's
real.
a big boy. Yes, that's it.
For real.
Thank God. That
Me
is not
too.
a man. That is not a man. That's right. I mean, I'm in the presence of Chris Canty, and I'm like this. That's my brother right there. The brother got love for me. I'm good.
Hey.
Stephen A, you're walking through the building, security. I don't need no security. Look what I got. Look at this brother right here. You know what I'm saying?
The people at home
walking through. You
Hey,
understand?
Stephen A.
That's what it is.
The people at home don't know he's sitting on the floor right now, and he's still as tall as we are. You know what I mean?
That's
He's
right.
sitting on the floor,
They have no
and he's
idea.
still as tall
They
as
have no
I
idea.
got a chair with a
They have no
booster,
idea.
and I can't get as tall as he can on TV.
Stop
My man is a giant for real, for real. And a great man at home.
My man Juvie, my security, be looking out for me all the time and stuff like that. But when we inside, I'm like this.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
We'll talk more about the Giants later on, because they are free falling in a bad